Thank you, Madam, for emphasizing about the mindfulness, and you're saying that that is the key for everything, suffering, happiness, and the bliss, everything. That's fine. And also, I like the example you gave. If somebody passes a picture in front of you, what's there in the seed, the type of seeds you have will make you whether to watch that picture or pass it. That's a very good example. And it's okay. I'm an adult. I've got lots of seeds in there, good and bad, and I get attracted towards the picture. But I have a granddaughter. She's only 3, and she's eating breakfast, and somebody puts a mobile phone next to her. She drops everything, grabs the mobile phone. And who puts the seeds in her? Number one. And also the technology is really attracting all the youngsters and the people, and they put certain things in the technology to make the mobile phones more attractive, programs more attractive. The question is, where is she getting the seeds from? And the second thing is, how can we minimize the luring of these the young minds with all the unwanted and weedy thing which you explained? I can explain how the fig tree works.
Yes, very good question, Master. So, we should take the responsibility because the child is very young, and we should take the responsibility that kind of gadgets or that kind of information is not around the children. When we were brought up at that time, this kind of exposure was not there. So there was not much seeding. So now the seeding is happening unconsciously. Whatever we are watching, we understand it or not, it is being absorbed just like a sponge. So if we are watching wrong movies or any movie which is full of violence, we are enjoying it. Even a horror movie, if kids are beside us, they are also absorbing all that violence. The seed of violence will in future either they become violent or they become victim of that kind of a violence because the seed is inside them. We have unconsciously they've absorbed. So now it is time that we take responsibility and cut all the things that are giving wrong seeding to them, to the future generation, and their physical, for the sake of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. At the same time, give them physical creative activities. Like in those days, we used to go out and play with children. A lot of stories, a lot of paperwork. There's so much of work that was there. I'm talking about in India. So I don't know how it is outside India. But yes, Srijana, Mindfulness by Thich Nhat Hanh, Buddha, these 2 books.
Yeah, I think perhaps I
So we
didn't.
need to take the responsibility and keep avoid don't bring the mobile in front of her and slowly play with her, ask her to create things, make us some out of make her in drawings and making some dolls and the clay work and all that, and storybooks writing, give some topics and ask her to tell it in this join her in some dance school. So in this way let her creative side develop, and let her be conscious whenever she's dancing, when she's singing, when she's painting, she is totally connected to herself. She is not diverted. Okay. So in this way, her seeds become very strong, wholesome seeds. So in the future, such kind of unwanted things will not attract or not, she will yield to it.
Perhaps I didn't make it clear. My question
Mhm.
there is, yes, current system is one thing. And also I'm just asking, will her past life will
Mhm.
dictate what she has to get attracted to, or
Mhm.
only the technology? How much role the
Mhm.
past life plays in what picture she gets attracted, what mobile she gets attracted, or animals or the plants or whatever it is. How much of that comes into her without
Yes,
outsiders putting those seeds in her?
got it. So the today's session The beginning word was that only. So our life, when we come, it is 10% our fate, 90% is open to us. So the 10% is we get all the remembrances, the default memory, the knowledge we have acquired, everything, all the sanskaras, everything from our past lives. 10%. So the 10%, if this 90% is not used, you're not being mindful about setting the things right. So this 10% will become 100%. But when you take the responsibility, even if the child was um, has lived a very notorious life in the past, but if the child is brought up in a very uh, mindful and beautiful, good, positive, powerful, miraculous atmosphere, along with practicing meditation, and then those unwholesome seeds will fade away. And the wholesome seeds, the nutrients which she got in this lifetime, this will nurture, this will blossom, and she will become strong. So later, when she becomes strong in this, creating a reality, this 10% will fade away. That will not have any effect on her, even if she was um, uh, a big robber also, she will not commit that. But if we leave her just like that, if we are not making her mindful about everything, uh, then the 10% would become 100%. There is every chance of repeating.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody.
That's an excellent answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm, I have
Yes,
one
Master.
question now. First of
Yes.
all, I need your number. Please provide us in a chat. That is one
Yes.
point because I want to talk to you in person also,
Okay.
if possible. And
Yes.
another thing is like when watching the TV news, when this violence come, like any news is like that violence, it keeps in mind repetitively. It hook the information in the mind continuously. So can you help me to how I can get rid of it? How I believe you are talking about the mindfulness, obviously, but it's just hard to take out, remove that thing. That's why I avoid those kind of news and all. So can you
Okay.
explain me a little bit about that?
Yes. Dear Shardaji, today's lessons were about that only. Um, Becoming mindful. So when the thoughts are overflowing, just be gentle with yourself.
Mm-hmm,
Because unconsciously, also, suppose you're working in a media or you're
mm-hmm,
working in a law department, something
mm-hmm,
where you are exposed to a lot of things where unconsciously everything is coming and you're filled with unwanted seeds inside you, unwanted seeds. So
mm-hmm,
when you're meditating, what happens? All this, the seeds inside us will start rising, surfacing. And there, if you're just witnessing and just observing the breath, the door is open and you become empty. Gradually, you become empty. Over a period of 41 days, you can observe that almost all the unwanted things, unwholesome things have been emptied. So be little gentle with yourself. There is only one way, that is observing the breath when you are meditating, and when consciously you're living, when something like some irritating, frustrating thing is happening, catch hold of it before it overtakes you. Suppose there is
mm-hmm,
anger. I told you about the towel. Every woman in the house, she faces it. When husband or children put the wet towel. So we automatically shout. Why we are shouting? It is not the first time. We told very gently many times. So in this way, many things that have happened around us also have repeated. So we are telling now, no? So you become aware. Okay, I'm getting angry now. I should be conscious. I should not react. I lose my energy and just be conscious, convey it in a very gentle way. And let not that anger take over you. So whenever you tell it in a gentle way, what happens? You have win over yourself. You become mindful. Slowly, slowly, 10 times, 20 times, the same thing repeats. You're not reacting, but you're responding very smartly, gently. So the seed becomes weak and it falls. You're no more a victim of that. anger, or whatever, irritation, hatred, or we don't like something, whatever it is. Reading the books, the right books, and then practicing this mindfulness will
Mhm.
definitely help. And I'm sure daily one master would be taking talking about a topic, different topics. So this 111, the golden master number, by the time we will surely become totally mindful, conscious, creating a realities. Be little gentle, slowly, slowly, gradually work on yourself. All the knowings, start applying. If you fail somewhere, it's okay. Again, you work on it. This is a little difficult process working on ourselves, but there is no other big process than this. There is no other greater work than this. Working on the self.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
Sharath.
another point is you're talking about the Buddha's four principles. Like one is suffering and try to understand the region of the suffering. And you're
Yes.
talking about the attachment. Can you put those 2 points a little bit in a brief so that I think yeah.
Yes. So there is a suffering in our life. So
Mhm.
physical, mental, emotional, getting angry also, getting
Yes,
victim also is a suffering only. Suppose we
yes.
are happy now, but if that joy of that is not there, some ill health happens, so we immediately suffer. So it is because of the attachments to the body, to the situations, to the circumstances, to all the situations that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
We are attached to it. We are attached to the persons. We are attached to the results. I'm writing this exam. I'll pass and I'll get. I'm giving this interview. I'll get this job. I'm doing this business. I'm going to get 1 crore profit from this. And when you don't get, automatically you are suffering. There is a pain inside you. So this attachment is there. You are expecting something. You're not just leaving it. So when you leave, when you detach yourself from the results, you just keep on doing the good things, right things. And whenever somebody is doing to you, don't react because you are in your evolution, they're not in that evolution process. So when you don't react, understand and be gentle and share your loving kindness to them, gradually uh, there is a change and we detach. Understanding the law of permanence also will help you because when we are in the school, our schoolmates were so close we couldn't leave them. When the 10th was completed, we cried, oh my god, how can you live without a friends? But we left, then intermediate, then graduation, so many friends, we shifted our houses, so everything changed, but life is going on. So the law of impermanence, everything keeps changing. This also will change and it has changed. Good things were there, it was there. It's gone, it's gone. Bad things are coming, this also will go. Law of impermanence. So all these remembrances will help us to detach. And ultimately, the Buddha's teaching, the fourth point is there is a way he has given us the path, the eightfold path. Eightfold path is uh, doing how to totally come out of the suffering, is having the right view, then having the right intentions, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right making right efforts, being mindful, right mindfulness that we have learning, then right concentration, coming to the one pointedness about improving and evolving. So when all these right things we are practicing, then ultimately when we complete in this homework, automatically we come out of the suffering. We always uh, in the last when I was talking about the hindrance, the last points when I said when that person came out of that hindrance, he was joyful. When the person came out of the prison, he was joyful. In the same way, the total joy would be restored to us. Okay,
Thank you.
this is a gradual process. So
Mhm.
the sangha is there to hold each other. Luckily, we have the Sangha. So, knowledge sharing is there, group meditations are there. We are together, supporting each other. So, it will definitely happen. I have come out of my suffering. So can you. That is what the Sangha is for.
Thank you so much. This is really wonderful platform to get all these wonderful peoples and information. I always salute this platform.